Hey guys, it's me, Tatum Thrift Walker, and I wasn't going to make this video, but this is really bothering me. Y'all know I'm hard, but I am human, and sometimes my feelings gets hurt. But here's my thing. When you own a business, and you're somebody that I don't consider my friend, but I've always respected you, and when I see y'all, I respect y'all, and I'm nice to you and your family, and what I don't understand, you own a business and you're going to sit there and you're going to talk about somebody and laugh at somebody that's been through what me and my family's been through. I don't understand that. If you don't like me, don't watch me. And just make fun of how I talk to my animals. Some people cope in different ways, and that's the way I've always coped with stuff. People always ask me, Tatum, why do you love animals? And why do you are more towards them than you are humans? It's because they love you unconditionally and they don't judge you. People think that I'm so perfect and that I'm so hard. I'm being real in this video. I'm not real. I mean, I'm real, but I don't cry a lot. But what I don't understand is these people to make fun of somebody. I don't like bullies, and I'm not scared of bullies. And then one person said Tatum ain't as bad as what she thinks she is. I ain't never said. There's always Ronda Rousey. I tell you, she's one of the baddest women I know. I mean, she'll tell you there's somebody out there can whip her. China was a wrestler. She's bad. But I tell you what, I've been there. I ain't never said I don't like to fight. That's my thing. A lot of people used to say Tatum likes to fight. I don't, but I had to growing up. Because there was always somebody that had something to say or start with me because I was dressed preppy or I won a beauty pageant or I'm tough. I don't let things get to me. But it does bother me. But what bothers me is, to me, how can people have hearts and make fun of somebody that is literally been through what me and my family's been through? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Guys, I wouldn't. Somebody I couldn't stand, I wouldn't wish it on them. If you don't like me, and I've always been one that, people say, Tatum, everybody loves you. No, they don't. No, they don't. They just iced in my face. Just because I pull myself up and I get out of bed and I don't let people know how I feel does not mean that I don't have feelings. I give my shirt off my back to somebody. I would help somebody. I don't understand. People are cruel. And I know, they might laugh and say, look at her crying because somebody hurt her feelings. But I will say this, I'm not too old to take up for myself face to face. But my thing is, I'm not one to go want to fight somebody because they talked about me. I'll run into them and they'll try to be nice to me and I'll let them know. I'm the type of person, if you're going to talk behind my back, I just don't need to say nothing to me. Just walk on. If you look at me and say, Tatum, them dumb videos you make, I mean, really, you're talking to your animals? But to stand in a business and own a business, and one of them's really got me looped. I will say this, if you're my friend and I hear somebody talk about you, I'm going to take up for you. I got a couple best friends and they will tell you if one of them don't like another one, that don't matter to me because they know that I love both of them. And here's the thing, if one's wrong, and I let them know that, but I love both of them and there ain't nothing going to stop me from loving both of them. But to me, friendship is loyalty, and I'm very big on loyalty, and I'm very big on trust and love, and if I'm your friend, I'm your friend, and I will be there to the end, and that's just who I am. But I will say this. When you do things like this and people see it, don't think that they don't look at you different, because they think, well, if you talk about her, you know, you wouldn't talk about them. But I will say this. I always tell people, they're like, Tatum, you're doing so good. I'm like, but if somebody ain't talking about you, and I want y'all to always remember this, if somebody is not talking about you, then you're not doing good, because you're not important. But remember this. Your haters will always be your motivators. And honey, when people hate on me, it just makes me go bigger and harder. And I'm not going to talk about this on here anymore. But I will say this. I felt like something just told me to come on here, because y'all don't really see me cry unless it's about Joseph. And you know, people's told me, Tatum, people need to see you more vulnerable. But with my dad, it was always, you know, if you're vulnerable, you know, Tatum, let it show. But my mama was always different. She tell me, don't cry. Don't let nobody see you vulnerable. And I've always lived with that, because I don't want people to see me vulnerable. But to me, it's kind of a 50-50, you know, thing. And, you know, people tell me all the time, Tatum, stop doing for people that you know wouldn't do for you. But I don't want to be like that, because I've always wanted to help people and love people and do for people. But I am human. And I might act like it don't hurt my feelings, but sometimes, I mean, it does. It bothers me, because when I hear it, and I'm like, why? Like, what did I do to that person? I see them, I'm nice to them. You know, something happens in their life, I pray for them. I just don't, I've never understood people that just hate. You know, anybody knows me knows, if I don't like you, I don't like you. But it's nothing I wouldn't say to your face that I might say behind your back. I don't just talk behind your back, I say it to your face, you know? But it does bother me to a certain extent if somebody don't like me. Now, if you're a piece of trash, then you just mean as hell. I don't care. But if it's somebody that I see every now and then, and they like, hey, Tatum, and hug my neck and shit, but then they sit there and make fun of me, I don't want a pity party. But my thing is, I think I've been through enough in this world. I don't deserve it, because I'm not a mean-hearted person. I'm not. Only time I've ever fought in my life, somebody started with me. And that was always taking up for somebody, or, you know. I don't understand it. This world is cruel. But I tell you what, it won't break me. I ain't broke yet, have I? God make sure of that, because with Joseph, my dad, I don't think nothing can break me. But if you don't like me, watching me with my animals, if you don't like, and another person the other day, and one of them said something about my singing, listen, I don't sing for you. I sing for me. I'm not a singer, I'm an entertainer. Some people think I sing awesome. Some people might think, God, I don't like that. But here's my thing. Even Mariah Carey had hits she didn't like. So if you don't like me, if you don't whatever, just don't watch me. Don't. And I ain't even told my husband yet. He walked out. I told him I'd tell him in a minute, because it's going to make him mad. But my thing is, why do you do that at your place of business? But the other thing is, why do you watch me if you don't like me? Just leave me alone. Because I have grew up in so much in years, but a part of me, it eats at me, and I'm scared of how I'm going to act to it. I'm scared if I run into somebody, you know, like, what am I going to say? But I do have people in my life that love me. I have fans that love me. I have Joseph supporters who love me. And God loves me and my family. And just think of how you would feel if somebody was doing that to your wife or your family. How would you feel? I don't think you'd like it too much. And one of you that I know, you wouldn't put up with it if somebody was talking about your wife like that. It's not right. And my husband ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna tell you that's just how he is. He's protected. I'm his queen. He's my king. That's just how it goes. But I am human, and if you don't like me, don't watch. And so last time I'm gonna talk about this situation. But no, I will lay my head in the bed tonight and I will go to sleep, and I'll try not to think about it again. But if I do hear about it being talked about in this business again, I will let everybody know what business it is. I will say that. And I will come to you and try to be an adult, and I will talk to you about it in your business, and, you keep it quiet. But it's freedom of speech. You can talk about me or whatever, but I'm to the point where I'm going to let people know what business it is, because like I said, they are people who love me and who care about me. Everybody has people that loves them and cares about him. Ted Bundy had people who loved and cared about him. And it comes to a point, I don't deserve it. I've been through enough in my life. And, but you talking about me, so something must be big for it to happen. So, but for all you supporters and people who love me, I love you, and God bless you. And it's a bad world we live in.